It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello inmates and welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, of course, our Warshag if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we are currently at rank 10 on a win streak. Hopefully we can keep it. It seems that every time when we record, we made it to rank 10 like 3 or 4 times this season already, and every single time when we get rank 10, we're on a win streak and we just lose it. So hopefully we can just keep it. There's a lot of warriors on ladder at the moment. The other day there was a lot of shamans. Currently there's a lot of warriors. So Hunter, as we know, is fair against warrior in most of the matchups, unless they just get like some ridiculous start. So I like the Animal Companion. We'll get rid of the other cards, and hopefully we can draw into a 2-drop. No 2-drop to be seen, but we also have coin. So we actually can coin into Companion and or a Grub, depending on the situation we're in. If he plays War Axe, we'll probably go Grub. If he plays no War Axe and maybe a creature, we'll go Companion. It depends on what he does here. Also, we've made some slight modifications to the deck. Sorry about the cup. I was going to take a sip. As you can see here, we've added in the Tundra Rhino instead of the second Kodo. And then we've also added in the Spellbreaker instead of the Crazed Alchemist. And then we also have added in, I think that was it. I'm just making shit up now. All right, so we're gonna go coin into the Grub because the Grub can test the Dragon. If we go into the Animal Companion and it gives us like Huffer, we do trade, but it doesn't live. And right now the Grub currently lives. Unless he like slams and then executes, but that'd be a lot right now. So he's gonna go with the War Axe. He could swing both into the Grub to kill it, or he could go face. If he goes face, then we're gonna go ahead and make the trade, play the Animal Companion. We have a good 4-drop, we have a good 5-drop, we have a good 6-drop. So far our curve right now is fine. If he does go face, he definitely should kill this off. Okay, so he leaves it to the fact that he knows we'll make that trade the following turn, which is pretty smart. The only not so smart thing is if we draw into the Houndmaster, which we don't have enough mana to play. So this is gonna, we could actually not make the trade at all and just go face because both of these have to kill this. But if we make the trade here, this still can't kill that unless he has Blood to Icor. So we're gonna, hopefully he doesn't have Blood to Icor or Slam, but I'm sure he does. It's still early in the game and our opponent has to have that. They have to.
For the life binder.
Oh, and he has the follow-up charge minion. Okay, so if we go ahead and we silence this, it becomes a 2/3, and it would take both creatures to kill this, or we could go ahead and Animal Companion, or we can... I'm liking silencing this. The reason being it's going to take both these creatures to contest the Spellbreaker. We know he doesn't run Sylvanas, and I don't think there's going to be a better target for Spellbreaker anytime soon besides maybe a Berserker, but I really don't plan on having to deal with the Berserker right now, and if we do plan on dealing with the Berserker, we'll Animal Companion, and then since Animal Companion always generates Hover, we'll kill it. And keep in mind, it doesn't always generate Hover, it's just like most of the time generates Hover. We need to spark the fire. Wait, there's a campsite, boys. And I don't like how my Savannah Highmane's, it's what is it called? Its fur is hanging from this tent. I don't think it likes that very much. And here's the 2/3 trading in there. All right, so turn 5 will consist of most likely, I see. So we could go into the Huge Toad Animal Companion, summon 2 creatures, but it doesn't contest board, or we could go Tundra Rhino, attack into this, and then he's most likely going to attack the Tundra Rhino if this dies with 1 HP. So I actually like going Animal Companion. Leok was probably the worst one it could have generated. We'll go Huge Toad to contest the board. The problem here is if he has the, what is it called? The Corruptor, deal 3 damage, kills the Toad, and then he just kills off the Leok and nothing really happens bad for him. So worst case scenario, he plays something huge. Best case scenario, he has a dry turn and plays like a 2 or 3 drop and uses an armor up. This shirt blends into this chair. It's pretty cool. It's like red on red. It's not a fully red shirt. I look like a lumberjack. I promise I'm not a lumberjack. All right, so he still has the dragon in hand. Pretty dry turn, if you ask me. It's pretty weak. So we can actually go into the Highmane here. Or we could go into the Houndmaster. And I actually like going into the Highmane. It's a very powerful card. And we can make the trade here. So if he ends up playing like Rag, Rag has a good chance to kill the Highmane. And then the Highmane breaks off. Oh gosh, that's big. It's a pretty solid weapon indeed. So at least the Highmane can... Oh, so we can actually go Tundra Rhino. Highmane goes into here. And then the little ones can kill off that dude. Explosive Trap's pretty sick. So it's either tracking. What would we look for if we tracking? Another Houndmaster. Or another Savannah. Or Call the Wild. Deadly's not bad. The problem with Deadly is he plays like Rag. So I think we're going to keep Deadly. And then this is going to go ahead and make this trade. It lives. And I guess we could go Explosive. This brings that down to 1. Then the little guys can make trades with it. Yeah, I think that's fine. The only normally I would never keep Deadly, but if he plays Rag, we're screwed. So we're just basically, we have some insurance for Rag. Do you really want to go face? Ah, he's checking. He's making sure it's not Snake of Snakes. All right, so now our 2/2s can trade into that. We also can maybe draw into Call the Wild since we tracking, got rid of a lot of fluff in our deck. We may have to Deadly Shot the Azure Drake, or we could actually just go Tundra Rhino into 3/1, and then the 2/2s go into the Azure Drake. But the problem is that we only have a 2/2 on the board, and then we throw a passive and only 10 HP. So we might have, maybe we shouldn't have played around him playing Rag. But I always like having backup plans. But it looks like this game we were maybe a little bit too forward. So we could go Quick Shot into here, both trade. And then we can play the Tundra Rhino. And if we draw into Call the Wild, we're in some pretty good shape. If he plays, however, we need to draw on Call the Wild, or we need to draw some sort of Houndmaster is a decent draw. Just anything good creature to play and or a spell to play. And then we have N'Zoth for the 10. Oh god. So we did play around Rag. We didn't play around Rag, but we played to him playing Rag. Sir Finley, so this is a problem now. So if we Deadly Shot and there's Sir Finley's here, it has a chance to hit Sir Finley. Oh god. Well, we lose. Oh, Houndmaster, okay. So we can actually, we don't lose. Not yet anyway. Here's the comeback, boys. Here's the comeback. So what I see here is an execute, a weapon, and win, right? Execute, weapon, win. Okay, weapon. Ah, just the weapon. Okay, okay. So what do we draw into here to Call the Wild? Because we need, yeah, we need Call the Wild for the taunt. Unleash the Hounds is not going to do it. Unleash the Hounds again is not going to do it. So I don't want to play my N'Zoth, because if I end up playing this guy again, he'll know that N'Zoth is in my deck, and currently he does not. So there's our first their win streak into 10, and there's our first loss into 10. So let's follow this up with another loss, and it'll be the same kind of action we've gone through for the past 2 days. And I don't know what the problem is. Like honestly, every season I play, and I've played for 6 months, and I don't think these ranks I normally play gimmick decks. Like it's a joke. It's a joke that I'm having any sort of trouble whatsoever. Not that the players are bad or anybody at these ranks are bad, but it's just normally not a challenge. The challenge begins around rank 5 when you don't get win streaks anymore, right? Because that just takes a lot of time at that point. But this is a joke. I like the Grub, even though it's a 3-drop and we don't have coin, it's still a really solid card that the mage is going to want to kill, but this is just an atrocious hand. This, again, when we hit rank 10, we just go on the double losing streak. So go right back down to 11. Like, yeah, what am I going to do with N'Zoth in my opening hand? I'm actually thinking about changing N'Zoth out for another card, because this is getting ridiculous, don't you think? Like, what we're never going to play him in these matchups. So yeah, I think I'm going to change N'Zoth out, but the question is, what do we replace him with, right? So we already run 2 trackings, we already run 2 quick shots. There's not much to increase the early game. I guess we could, I don't want to put in 2 grubs. We could play the grub, but the problem is it just dies. He's going to kill it. So we kill Mana Worm. He pings it, doesn't develop board, we play Grub. Or we kill this, Grub lives. I actually like killing the Man Worm. It automatically just went for 1. If we had went 1 for 1 here, but now he has to waste 2 additional mana, right? Unless he doesn't want to, unless he wants to use like Arcane Missiles and then play like a 2-drop. So this is fine. So now we can actually play Grub, and hopefully he doesn't have like Frostbolt Ping, because that would actually kill it. And I don't want to use the other animal companion because I value the animal companion more than the Grub. I expect this Grub to die. The Grub stands no chance. Grub down. Grub down. Maybe it'll live. Who knows? I don't even want to know my record right now. Like if I use the Hearthstone tracker, I probably have well over 60 games now into this new season. And it's probably like a 50-50 win percentage. Like it's probably, I know it's not above 50 because we haven't moved from rank 10 or 11. Sad. So Grub down, like I mentioned. This is expected. So we draw into a 2-drop. Now I kind of want an Animal Companion, but the problem is we Animal Companion, these cards live, so I definitely need to make sure the field doesn't go to him. So using the Tundra Rhino to make a trade is important, because now he's either going to use a spell to deal with the Tundra Rhino, or he's going to make this trade, and then he's going to play a creature, but then we play Savannah Highmane, and we'll win later on, because we have the Call of the Wild in with Savannah Highmane. But if he uses a spell on this, then we're still at some relatively high HP, but the problem is, ooh, oh gosh. Flame Waker is a card. That's good that both those hit that. So now he's going to have the Forgotten Torch. Okay. So we're going to take 5 more damage. So I guess we could go, we drop Savannah Highmane. Any polymorphs we lose, or we go Animal Companion, hopefully for Huffer, then play King Zealot, and then we win. But the problem is it's not a high chance. Like if we get Leok, we like almost instantaneously lose. So we have to Highmane here, and hopefully he doesn't have a polymorph. Oh, man. So right now his options are go face or deal with the Savannah Highmane if he doesn't have polymorph. But if I was him, I would just go face from here on out. I mean, you have currently 5-6 damage on board. Puts me at 10 without counting spells or any damage that the Flame Waker is going to do from you using those spells. So there's the Drake. If he plays Arcane Blast, this guy's some form of god among men. All right. So not too much to do here. Definitely going to play the Animal Companion Huffer. Always Huffer, that's my boy. King's Alec, maybe we should play Alec first to see what we got from this, but we lost anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, we know that Huffer is going to be swinging into Azure Drake. We know the Savannah Highmane swinging into Flame Waker, and we know we lose next turn because of Fireball, Frostbolt, and then we're dead. So, it was a good game. Oh, Fireball just does it. You no need to Frostbolt here. All right, rank 11. Maybe I should have gone with Control Warrior when I hit rank 10. But then the games just take too long. And then some of you may be asking why I'm playing Hunter, and it's because it's currently one of the tier 1 decks, and I don't want to play gimmick decks right now because I'm looking to hit Legend as fast as possible, even though I know that's not happening. We're trying. Because I just want to hit Legend, and then we'll be able to like play with the new Karazhan cards and joke around at Legend and make whatever decks we want, and not have to worry about ranking up because we're already at Legend. But the problem is if we don't try now, and then Karazhan cards come out, we're going to want to make Karazhan decks, and those decks probably won't be very good, which means we're not going to hit Legend this month. And because I didn't hit Legend last month, and it was a disappointment to myself, we need to hit it this month, and it needs to be less than 10 days. And currently I have 7 more days, well 6 more days to hit Legend. And at this pace, it's not going to happen, but we're going to try. I should be able to. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I honestly just don't know if it's my bad plays, like if I'm just not a Legend player anymore. Because I was able to hit it like 4 or 5 months in a row without any serious like grinding. Like I played and I grinded, but it wasn't I wouldn't schedule out huge amounts of time like I have this month, and it's not working out. So I'm not really sure what the issue is. Could be me. Could be me. Coining the huge toad with the quick shot. So we're tracking. We have 2, coin 5. We're playing a shaman. I like the coin into the huge toad only because we have quick shot. If we didn't have quick shot, if we didn't have something to play on 2 into the Animal Companion, we would have never done this. We would have just tracking. But I'm going to save tracking for when we need to dig for something that we actually need. But right now we have everything we currently need until turn 3. So maybe on 4 we'll tracking for like another Animal Companion. So as long as Huge Toad kills either one of these creatures, that's fine. Like I did there was no expectations. Killing the 2/1 obviously better, but just killing something, you know, is good. So we're gonna be quick shotting the Tunnel Trog without a doubt. And now when we play Animal Companion, we're hoping for anything but Huffer, unless he plays like a Totem Golem here, and then we hope for Huffer to make the trade. But if we play Animal Companion, it gives us Huffer, then his Abusive Sergeant is gonna be able to kill it, which is a really big issue. So right now, Misha is probably our best bet. Yeah, anything but Misha is bad. That's bad. Because now he can trade both creatures in and nothing dies besides the Abusive. Or he could just trade both his Spirit Wolves in and then we want to draw into Unleash because then everything's at 1 HP. Or he can just drop the Flame Tongue and now we're in a bit of a pickle. So Deadly Shot is 2 good targets, 2 bad targets. So I guess we go Tracking, Explosive, and then we just sit on this. And then next turn we play, well, he plays Doomhammer here, right? And then we Harrison. If he doesn't play Doomhammer, we Huge Toe Deadly. Worst case, he plays the 4-drop 7/7. Best case, he has the slow turn. And then best case for us, we draw Unleash next turn. So he has slow turn, he like uses his passive, does not get a healing totem. And then we play like Abusive, or not Abusive, always gets healing totem. Okay, so Unleash would have been good, but Unleash no longer is that great. I mean, it's still good, but not as good as it would have been if we wouldn't have got the healing totem. Eagle Horn Bow, solid card, so we'll be able to make this trade and then play the Huge Toad. The problem is we're at 2 low HP now. Like, he already has 5 damage on board, which puts us at 9, and he's playing Shaman, so you just know they shit damage. Like, what am I supposed to do, man? I guess I just really don't want to play fucking Warrior at rank 11, man. You know how long those games are gonna be? Like, it's just gonna take forever. But you have everybody else playing Face. But if we play Face, we just instantaneously lose half the time. I don't know what it is. I just lose when I play Face. I just go against like Cthulhu Warrior and I just get outgamed. I just run out of steam, right? This is horrible. It's atrocious. So that's 3 losses in a row. Can we at least get 1 win here? We're gonna go with the Cthulhu Druid. I know this is on our list of decks to play, but I no matter what deck I play, I lose. So maybe this deck will win. We'll test it out. We'll test out the Cthulhu Druid, which I haven't played in months. So I honestly don't even know what's in this deck. It's gonna be they don't know what we're gonna play. They're gonna think it's like Yogg or Token, and then we're gonna be sneaky. So Warrior, all right. Well, rip. I was playing Hunter, and Warrior is supposed to be good against Hunter, but whatever. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I like Innervate. I like Elder. I mean, Raven Idol's still pretty good on turn 1, right? He replaced everything but 1 card. I guess we just keep it, right? Can't really complain. We have a 3-drop, Raven Idol, Innervate. Could be a mistake. I don't know. Haven't played this deck in a long, long time. We go Living Roots. I don't mind it. Just, I hope he's not playing Control or Cthulhu. Those decks are just annoying to play against. Alright, looks like it's Dragon Tempo from what this is, or at least Tempo, but most likely Dragon Tempo. I guess we could have innervated out Elder. That might have been the best play. But I kind of want to innervate something bigger. Like, innervating a 3-drop doesn't feel that great against a Warrior. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, what is happening here? So I guess we attack the egg, and then the egg pops out 2 1s, and then we kill these. And then we play this on 3, and then we innervate Dark on 4. And then we have the Cthulhu 10/10, and then we Raven Idol into like a Swipe or a Nourish. And we're able to deal with this field without trading. And then we just do good things from there. Alright, worst thing you could do here is War Axe into a decent 1-drop. Best thing is attack face tap. War Axe, okay. Well, that was worst case scenario. Alright, this upcoming turn, worst case scenario, Axe into execute into decent 3-drop or 2-drop. So we could go wild. We actually could go wild growth, but innervating out this guy is just, it's too good. It's too good. Like, this is just a huge wall, and it buffs our Cthulhu. And then we can Raven Idol into, all right, so it looks like he's playing Worgen OTK from what I've seen so far. There's the Nourish, so we actually did call that out. So it's either Nourish for 3 cards, which I think is the plan. Do we just go face here? Like, I really don't find a reason to attack this creature. Like, we could. Yeah, we're not going to give him that. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Let's draw 3 cards and see what happens. Okay. I feel like going face is important. Maybe we'll get punished. Maybe we won't. We'll see. I feel like he's gonna... What is happening right now? So obviously killing the Novice Inventor was key. Well, no, because that would have been 5. I'm not sure. So we could swipe. I don't like it. Let's just play another one. So, yeah, we should have killed it because then he had basically 3 damage plus the 1 is 4 and then 5 and 6. And he was 1 damage off from killing it. He's at 13 life already, which is pretty good. So we can actually just like, yeah, all right, he gave up. All right, Cthulhu Druid. We made it, boys. This is going to be called Mid-Range Hunter because that's what we played most of the time. I just needed to win with something this episode. Just one win. And now that we're going to not record for a couple games and try to get back to 10, we're going to win all those games. And then when we record on 10 yet again, we're going to lose them again. Watch and learn, folks. Watch from the best. So as always, guys, I'm Warshak, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.